After setting off from England about 21 days ago, I had now managed to cycle my way across France, Germany, Austria and Slovenia. Over 2,000 kilometers I have now cycled in my journey to the capital of Bosnia. I was now entering my 5th country on this journey and the penultimate country before I crossed the border into Bosnia. Leaving the Slovenian gravel for tarmac as I entered into Croatia, where I would have my shortest crossing of any country of this cycling adventure. Well, now we go into Croatia. I think it's the smallest crossing at just over 187 kilometers, so just over 100 miles. And the penultimate country to get through before arriving in Bosnia, which is the end country, at least for now. Now, to get across Croatia to Bosnia, I'm generally not too concerned. One, because it's not a big distance, but two, I have this climb into Croatia and then nice long descent, and then basically just one long climb, and then I sit at a fairly sort of nice elevation of about 2,000 feet for a little while, and then I start descending across to the Bosnian border. Obviously that's just what it looks like on an elevation profile, but it'll be a little bit more challenging than that, I'm sure. But plan to probably take, maybe I'll get 2 nights to sleep in Croatia before hopefully crossing the border into Bosnia. It'll be the first country that will have to check the old passport. Let's go see what Croatia has in store for us. It is currently 3 p.m, so I've got about 3 hours until sunset, so I probably won't be doing too many Ks today. Just be getting in to Croatia and getting into the countryside hopefully, and finding a good camp spot tonight. I was getting very excited by this point. I had only one more country to get across now before I would arrive in Bosnia. Up until this point, everything had been mostly smooth sailing, apart from getting ill back in France. I hadn't had any bike issues, and I had been feeling good day in, day out on the bike. I was just willing that good fortune to continue. I had this horrible gut feeling that something was going to go seriously wrong any time now. It just had to happen at some point. But for now, I just buried that feeling and got pedaling into Croatia. I had kind of hoped to camp close to the border today. I had arrived quite early from Slovenia, so it was up and over the first climb, and apart from being very tempted to sleep in some kind of bird hide hunting tower thing, it was going to be a rough, rocky and quite a slow start through the Croatian forests. That was a much rougher descent than I was anticipating, so it's taken a little bit longer to actually get down, and that means it's 5 p.m, which means I've only got an hour until it gets dark. Got a few K and then I'm going to start climbing, so hopefully, big fingers crossed, as I start climbing, I'm going to be able to find somewhere to camp. but I am again along quite a busy road. It's quite a big climb as well. Like I am going from like just under 1,000 feet now, and I've got to go up to like 2,000 maybe a bit more. So really fingers crossed there'll be somewhere. It's a pretty long climb, I think, as well. So hopefully. The road so far, pretty terrible. And the driving, not much to be desired once again. Right, let's go find my bed for the night, shall we? Nice views though, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Right, I'm nowhere near the top of that climb. I was looking at the map and it's probably a good 10k, maybe more, until the actual top of it. It is all road as well. It does go to quite a quiet road, but not for a little while. I'm kind of hoping I've just like found this little sort of off bit, and it's a little bit of off-road trails and stuff. So I'm kind of hoping I can sort of like hide away in here, but the road is literally just behind me there, so I don't think it's a very busy road, but it's also one of them places where, because it's so close to the road, there's just rubbish everywhere. So it's not particularly nice. Do a bit of rock climbing. The problem is, if I get up here, it's just going to be too rocky, isn't it? I kind of rely on my tent pegs. I don't think so. Maybe. It's not terrible, it's just not great for my tent. I think I'm probably going to end up having to go up that hill a bit more, you know. It's like the first time, I think, maybe the second, that on this whole trip from England, that I've had kind of a hard time finding somewhere to camp. Like sometimes it's gone into the night a little bit, but it's never been too much trouble. Today is a bit of a pain. I mean, actually, you know what? Here might just work. It is on a bit of a slant, so it might not be the most comfortable night's sleep in the world, but time will tell if I can actually pitch the tent. It's the problem with like a tarp tent, it kind of really relies on being able to put stakes in the ground. But let's give it a go. It's going to get dark in about 20 minutes, so I mean, if not, I can just, it's not going to rain tonight, so I could just lay the might actually just do that. Might just lay the tent down and just sleep on a tarp or whatever if I can't get it up. Now obviously it's not up, but I think it's going to be fine. I think we can work with this. This spot over here was just a bit annoying. If it was going to really pour, this would be a terrible spot to camp because all the water here. Apart from that, it should be good. I'm sure once I lay on this grass for a bit, I'll find some rocks that I'll be laying on, and it'll be a little bit of a lumpy night. Tomorrow morning, it's probably going to be quite cold in the morning, so that's quite good, because we're going to start this climb and get to the top. It's a good 10-12k just uphill pretty much, just windy and around. Whew. Right, as always, I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Still got 160-ish k to go, so I was hoping to get quite close to the border tomorrow, but we'll see. Once I'm up on top of this climb, it's kind of up and down, so hopefully it'll be a bit faster once I get up this climb. But as always, I see you bright and early in the morning, probably with a bad back. See you in the morning.
Temperature too low, give it a rest. Last night was actually quite pleasant. It was quite quiet after a while. Cars sort of just disappeared. It's Saturday today, so I think it's obviously a little bit quieter today as well. But yesterday was meant to be kind of like one of the warmest nights in a while. It was meant to only go down to about 4 degrees, but according to the condensation on the inside of my tent freezing last night, it must have got quite cold because yeah, my tent was a little bit frosty this morning. First challenge of the day is to head uphill and get over this climb. I'm trying to aim to get to where I need to get to in Bosnia. I really want to try and get as close to the border today as possible. I want to go through tomorrow. The only annoying thing tomorrow is it is Sunday, so I'll be going into Bosnia on a Sunday. So no supermarkets and all that, probably around Wednesday, probably at the latest. Because after Wednesday, it says it's going to be like rainy and snowy and stuff. So I'm going to try and avoid that if I can. But we'll see. First things first. Let's see what our first proper day in Croatia has for us. And first of all, we're going uphill. Now it is pretty cold. I could put gloves on, but I know after about 5 minutes of this climb, I'm going to be warm and sweating. So let's go. Oh, here we go. Worst way to start the morning with a climb. It's quite a nice climb though, to be fair.
While I was going uphill for the start of my first proper full day in Croatia, I knew that because my crossing of Croatia was such a short one, this was pretty much the only real challenge I needed to get over, quite literally. That was all I needed to tell myself today to get into the swing of things for another day of cycling. Ever since I got to Slovenia a few days ago though, the views had this hazy feel to them, and that continued into Croatia. Whether I could have or not, I'm not sure, but I was kind of hoping to maybe just get a glimpse of the sea as I climbed this morning. Unfortunately, no sea view from up here this morning, and the more I climbed, the colder it got, and the snow started to appear at the side of the road. But my plan for trying not to climb much higher than that 3,000 feet mark was still paying off. Apart from a few icy patches on these roads this morning and cold descents, everything was still going to plan.
Sun might be shining, but woo, I'm going into a bit of a headwind and it is nice and chilly to say the least. It's absolutely beautiful out here. It's just a little bit cold, but I probably got maybe like another 20k, 30k or something like that, and then start descending to lower ground, get below the probably around the 1,000 feet mark. So today actually should be mostly in my favour. I've done 35k, 127 to go. I'm gonna try my best to maybe only have like 30k to do in the morning until the border, seeing as it is pretty much in my favour, and it is going to be nice and downhill in a little while. Hopefully it'll warm up a bit. It's actually like really nice, it's just obviously pretty high up. You've got that cold wind coming in my face and a little bit of snow. It's very tempting to make a snowman. I haven't done that in a long time.
No time for building snowmen today. I was on a mission, and especially not when I had these incredible views and even more incredible descents to enjoy. They were so fun, so easy, and a tad on the cold side. You can really feel the difference in temperature when descending, how it just gets warmer and warmer the lower you go.
Howdy. Howdy, partner. That was a futile attack. Do not want these descents to end. They are glorious. So nice. Especially now, these ones, they're a bit quieter. A few bends, but you can like see nicely, and it's not overly steep. I've done just under 70k. It is nearly lunchtime, it's nearly midday, so I'm going to try and find somewhere to stop before carrying on. Oh, it's just really nice. I am now a lot lower as well, at 1,345 feet. So it's much warmer now. Still got a bit of a headwind, but definitely doesn't have that chill. I actually do still have quite a bit of downhill to go. I am pretty much in a mostly downhill direction. Up until maybe the last, I don't know, 30 or 40k, where it starts to go uphill a bit more towards Bosnia. But let's find somewhere to sit, shall we? Oh, it's glorious, it's so beautiful. Woodlands, sunshine, that looks good enough for me.
I was really in a good place today, both mentally and physically. A day of nearly all downhill will do that for you. And after enjoying a bit of time in the forest, enjoying the warmth of the sun, it was time to push on and try to get as close to the Bosnian border as I possibly could. By this time on my adventure from England to Bosnia, I was very much just on autopilot. The creaks of the bike, the hum of the tyres, the way the bike changes gears, my body and my bike just working perfectly together. Kilometres passed by quickly, the days felt short. Towns, villages passed me by, my legs feeling as fresh as the day I left England. That feeling of something eventually going wrong faded today. If it was going to happen, it didn't feel like it was going to be today at least.
Out here it just feels so deserted. There's like nothing. The buildings that are around are like either half built or half demolished. And it's 3:30. I've done 116k and I've got about 46 to go. I am going to try and get that down to like 30 to go if I can. I
think that's definitely manageable. But it's been a good day. I've done what I set out to do and get as close to the border as possible. And hopefully tomorrow I'll have a nice plain easy around 30k until we get there. It's just setting now technically, and luckily just stumbled across a nice little woodlands. Managed to do 147k I think it was in the end. Apparently today was the day that had the most ascent, but which is weird because for me it just felt like it was pretty much all downhill, but I'll take it. But by pushing on till now, as the sun is just setting, I have only left myself with 10k to do until the border. Not even 10k, it's like 9 point something. So super happy with that. Super easy day to get to the border of Bosnia tomorrow. Finally gonna get to the final country. All right, let's set up this tent somewhere and get a good night's sleep, I reckon. Where shall we go? Let's go to Bosnia, shall we? Just 9.5 kilometers to go. Nice, easy, short morning to get to Bosnia. Got my passport ready. Let's hope they let me in. There's a really good camp spot. Although all night, all I could hear was barking dogs. And then probably like a few hours ago, there was just loads of you could smell loads of smoke. And yesterday, probably about 3 or 4k back that way, they were doing some burning. So obviously the wind changed direction and blew that smoke towards me, but let's go to Bosnia. Hey, we're nearly there. Passport at the ready. After thousands of kilometers, all that I had to do was pedal the final 10 kilometers along the last of the winding roads of Croatia. The Bosnian mountains just there, waiting in the distance. The only challenge I would have to face this morning is trying not to get eaten. Get over it! And there it was, the first border control since leaving England, the border of Bosnia. I still had a little way to go to make it to the capital city of Bosnia.